Like basically, my husband and I were just coexisting. We were running our household together, but if he attempted affection, I would, recoil, withdraw because that meant sex, and nothing in me felt like I wanted to have sex. I was building up a lot of annoyance and resentment in my head, like, why does he keep trying this? Why doesn't he realize that I don't want this? And I was putting a lot of it on him too. Like, why doesn't he try harder to make me want it before he, tries anything? And then obviously I would feel guilty. Like, this is my husband. Like, I love him. I should want to have sex with him. And, instead he's over here feeling like I don't love him. And I just keep retreating more and more. Um, or I'd let sex happen just, to take that invisible pressure off of my mind that, okay, we had sex, we're good for a little bit. And, um, of course, like heaven forbid, we actually talk about it. Like, I would practice these conversations in my head, but I could never actually say any of it out loud. And, I didn't want to hurt his feelings and, I didn't want to fight about it. So I avoided and avoided and avoided until, things would eventually boil over and we'd argue about not having enough sex. And I'd promise to try harder. And then, you know, rinse, rinse and repeat. Like it's a cycle over and over again. Started seeing your posts on Instagram probably like 2 years ago. And I just saw myself in so much of what you were saying. I knew I needed to try something. I had no idea what I was getting myself into. Like, had this healthy dose of skepticism that I was like, really? I'm turning to some random lady on Instagram to help my marriage? Like, okay, how's this going to go? And, like, oh, is this going to be some sort of scam? Like, what is this, and is it even going to do anything for us? And, what am I going to have to do? Like, all those uncomfortable things. And, but, I had the call with Kylie and she was just so gentle and kind with me as I talked and cried and just very uncharacteristically like let out my frustrations. Um, and she asked where I saw our relationship in the next like 10 years if things continued the way that they were. And divorce, was definitely a possibility. So I, I can't let that happen. My husband and I feel more connected than we ever have. Like we talked through the content, we had conversations that we'd avoided and conversations that we'd never thought to have. And we know each other better than we have in our 18 years of being together, like no question. And I'm not just going through the actions of having sex. I'm allowing myself to, you know, feel the sensations and the pleasure. I'm not just chasing an orgasm to get it over with. And I'm allowing myself to feel that love that my husband had been trying to show me all along. I am just so proud of myself for jumping into the program. This is not like, we all say this, but it's something like this so outside of my comfort zone. And I am a big avoider. Obviously, we talked about that. Like, I I'm just so proud that I jumped in. I did it like with my whole heart. And, and I'm so happy that this is the outcome that that I got out of that hard work. So if you have any curiosity about what this program can do for you, just do it. Like, not only have I built a better connection with my husband, but I built a better connection with myself and with my body. And I had this like aha moment pretty early on that it wasn't about the sex. Sex is a symptom of all the other things going on outside the bedroom. And um, it hasn't just changed my sex life. It's changed my whole outlook on life in general. So do it. It's not a lot of money. It's so worth it. So worth it.